Alright, welcome back. We're spinning up a new series, and you can see we have a new avatar. I decided to do some testing on the Linux side, and I was having way more success with VC Face than I was with VTube Studio. Ooh, okay, this is a ruined village. Alright. I'll have to see about poking in, like stealing everything, and... Oop. Alright, oh well. Big rips there, huh? Okay, but anyway, yeah, you can see, we've got the new avatar. This is, we will call this a version 2.0. Not totally satisfied with it. As you can see, I lost my beard, and that's because, Vroid Studio does not have beards by default, and so that's, something that I would have to model, and because I didn't actually make the model like in Blender, I'm not confident that I can totally match the art style. So yeah, it's maybe I can do something. I did see that you can add a beard. So I don't know, we'll see. We will see how this turns out. But for now, we'll just consider this like a test. So, and I'm mostly happy with it. I have wanted to sort of get a new avatar, because, you know, that's just, you know, something that we do in the VTubing community every once in a while. It's like a new pair of clothing, you know, going out and getting new outfits. Okay, ooh, I will take you, I will take you, I will take you, and I will take you. Yeah. And that means we can now get a bunch of string as well. What could be up here? Give me a sec. Okay, nothing. I was like, I don't remember there being like a second floor to these, and it's not, it's just a hollow spot. I'll come back for plants later. I'll come back for plants in a bit. Okay. And yeah, so let me talk about the Minecraft series. The reason why we're spinning up a new world is because tragedy has struck. If you've been paying attention to my social media at all, or if you watched the last video, you'd know I was having pooter problems, and I had to completely reinstall Windows. And in doing so, I forgot to back up the Longplay world. So, big sad right there. Yeah, nothing I can do about it now. It's kind of too late to do, like a chem scan to recover the software, or recover it, because the recovery software only works well for like the first few like hours, sometimes days, but for something as large as a Minecraft world, no shot. Like, no shot, that's all gonna be fine. And so yeah, we'll just have to deal with it. I'll take a potato. And I will take some of you. I don't need too many cobwebs, or I don't need too much string. It's just enough for like a bow and, you know, some stuff. And yeah, so the Minecraft world, we're going to be sort of splitting the difference between my SMP and the Longplay world, so it's going to be shot more in the Longplay style, where it's probably going to be like, you know, 2-ish hours of video, But rather than in my long play world where I did like no redstone, it was just, you know, all on camera. Instead, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to occasionally do off-camera stuff. So like maybe between episodes I might do like an hour or two of like back-end stuff. You know, like off-camera mining, you know, maybe a build here or there where you know, the build might just be something that's not super interesting, or okay, yeah, no chest. Or like the build itself is like something I'm doing a lot of hemming and hawing about, you know, like I don't know if I want to do it this way or that, you know, stuff like that. I might just cut and do like a catch up at the beginning of an episode, or I might do like a time lapse in between, that sort of thing. So it sort of expects something that's kind of in between both play styles. And, you know, I think that will I will probably enjoy it more than either the SMP or the long play, because both of them, you know, I have my issues with both styles. You know, whereas my SMP, it was a lot more showcasing and stuff like that, and my long play was more like, you know, 4 hours of stream of consciousness, very minimal edits, stuff like that. So this one, I'm probably going to edit a little bit more, but not as much as like the SMP was, where it was like, you know, a lot more time lapses, a lot more heavily, a lot more time invested in editing, that sort of thing. Yeah, it's just, I sort of want something in between. And so I think we got this village raided. I think we got all of the planters, which I think it was, what, 3? There's 1, 2, 3, yeah. Huh. Because a lot of them have holes in the roofs. Alright. But, yeah, so I also kind of don't have a plan. Usually I go into a series with like a solid plan ahead of time. And yeah, aside from the, it's going to be sort of in between, oh, and redstone. So unlike, okay, yeah, I got a bed. It's like, oop, make sure I get a bed. Unlike my SMP and my long play world, I am going to be doing redstone in this, but I'm not going to be doing other people's redstone. So rather than, you know, like my SMP where I had like very high efficiency, high-end redstone, very technical redstone, stuff that, you know, you're going to need like Lightmatica schematics for and all that to, you know, make sure you build it right. This one, it's all going to be either stuff I can do from memory or stuff that I figure out myself. So don't expect like those, you know, 100,000, you know, items per hour type redstone builds in this one. And I gotta do something about that. 1 sec. Oh, okay. Okay. Fancy leaves. Okay, yeah, it has to be on fancy for the bushy leaves. Alright. Yeah, I was just hoping to save myself a little bit of GPU and CPU there. Yeah, and I've also had to cut down on shaders, because something I noticed during the long play series was that my shaders were really killing my face tracking. And so now you can see, you know, face tracking is a lot better. And yeah, that it's actually surprisingly not that different in like CPU usage between a 3D model and a 2D model, because like live 2D with all like the dozens and dozens of image layers and all that, because I know when I was making the model, that one had something like 260 layers that I had to make, but that was like, you know, highlight layers, shadow layers, all that, and those all got condensed down, and I think it was around like 50 or 60 layers on that. And so yeah, that's all separate layers of images. Like the image itself is like, I think it was like 100 and some megabytes of just the Photoshop document, the PSD file, because unfortunately Live 2D only uses PSDs, and yeah, so I had to convert that. I had to use like other software aside from GIMP, because GIMP can output in PSD format, but it doesn't do it right. With say Clip Studio Paint, which is what I used for making that model, the PSD format that it outputs is correct for Live 2D. And yeah, it's the GIMP one was not. It was way larger, because GIMP doesn't automatically resize layers, and so it was like, you know, 60 layers at, you know, 8K graphics, and so like that file was huge, and there was no way Live 2D could work with that, and no way VTube Studio could work with a file that size. So it's unfortunate, because I prefer to use like open source software. There we go. There's some B-Ralis right there. I do prefer to use open source software. That skin always makes you laugh. I love that skin. Oh. And yeah, but I do prefer using like open source software for all my stuff. You know, just it's one of those trust things. I actually do believe like software should be open source, because you know there is a layer of trust. You know, you don't, as I once heard it put, you don't see car manufacturers like welding the hood of their cars shut so you can't look at the engine. You know, I mean, there is like some value to like proprietary software or like, you know, intellectual property, but I do prefer my software to be open source. That's something I actually like firmly believe when software is abandoned, or when new versions of software come out, when software is replaced. I do think that the company should, not by like force of law or anything, because, you know, don't like me big governments, but I do think they should open source their old software. You know, I think that is something that could help produce better software for everyone. Yeah, I might want to do a crafting table real quick. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna go punch a tree. I usually skip the tree punching process and just go raid villages for a little while, because I do want to explore a bit. And so I don't like having my inventory too full too soon. Because that kind of like, yeah, it kind of forces you to have to settle down a bit. Okay. There we go. I did that all derpy, but whatever. I don't claim to be the best Minecraft player. Yeah, and I'm no speedrunner, so I don't do like weird optimized crafting and all that. I don't want to be in birch, because I don't like how birch looks. At least in this game. Like, it looks really good in the long dark. I did a really good job on that, but I think in Minecraft it just looks a little weird. Get some coffee. Okay. Let's see. I'm feeling lake, so I kind of want to check out, like, any large lakes that I spot. I don't want to be near, like I said, I don't want to be near birch, so hopefully there's not a lot near that lake. Okay, yeah, we're clearing out over to a regular forest, so that's not too bad. Is that up on top of that hill? Or is that going to be a waterfall? That might just be a waterfall. Looking at. Yep. Rip. Oh well. Let's check for seeds. Check along the edge for seeds. That usually gets you a good bit. Alright, yeah, it should be good. Yeah, I got like 58 seeds now. Eh. Okay, good enough. Yeah, I'm feeling either lake or like maybe if there's a really good like cliffside. Yeah, something that's like a solid, 20 plus blocks tall, but like pretty steep, like a real sharp angle. Like more than 5-to-1 ratio. And also pretty deep, so I could build like maybe a nice hobbit hole or a cave type base. The cave might be nice as well. Hey, doggo. I don't have any bones for you. Sorry, bud. I do want to get a dog. Which, if I do, I'll probably do another Name That Dog. Well, that tree's toast. Ain't no saving that. Nah. I'll avoid caving right now. Oh, we got an inn. That's from the Explorify mod. And if anybody cares, like if anybody asks, I'll throw up like a mod list or whatnot. I'm not too worried about it. It's very lightly modded. Just like world map stuff and a little bit of the performance and shader stuff, and I will take that obsidian. I'll take you for now, and I'll take you for now. I'll probably come across another ruined portal as flint and steel. I don't want to just take flint. Oh, okay, we got a double bell tower. That means this has 2 rooms up here. Probably one of them might be a library. My doggo is, actually, you know what? I'll take the whole thing. My dog's, sleeping in my bed right behind me. It's been storming out, so he is now all tuckered out because he gets pretty bad storm anxiety. Actually, is there a ladder over here? Yeah. So he just sits there and pants and pants and pants, and there's nothing you can do for him. I've tried giving him those like melatonin gummies, the ones for dogs, the treats, and not just like melatonin gummies you get from the store. And he won't eat when it's storming out, so he won't even have them. Hi, kitty. Yeah, so there's basically not much you can do when a dog has like storm anxiety that's like that bad. Actually, I'll take this and I'll just chuck out the trees, saplings. Yeah. Is it sleepy time? Yep. We'll take that. That'll at least give me a respawn point. Just in case something happens. I'm already like almost 1,000 blocks from spawn, so it'll take a while to run too. Swamp. I was gonna say I could do like something like a house on stilts kind of thing, but I don't know. Swamp's kind of gross to build in. I built in a swamp like one time, and it's just, I was not happy with the way it looked. It's like the grass is bad, the water's bad, it looks all, the palette is all like kind of desaturated and dull. So I prefer like a slightly brighter and more vivid grass. Yeah, that's right, you can't mine iron with gold, which is dumb. They should have just made copper earlier on, made like copper tools. That would actually, like, you could actually make that sensible, you know. Oh, is that Silk Touch? It is, okay. Okay, I won't be using that. Actually, can I use that for anything? Can't mine iron. Can't mine... I guess I could mine gold and wait for fortune. Yeah, aside from using it for like terraforming or for like getting up a hill, I don't really see a point in the gold pick. Like, I know it's faster. Oop. Hold up. Okay, just had to cough there for a second and get a little bit more coffee in me. Still a little bit sick, but it's not too bad. It's just like a chest and sinus thing. It's not the coof. I actually never got COVID. Yeah, like the whole time was going around. But I live in a very rural area, so we had like, I think we had like a grand total of like at most 100 people had COVID. Like, at like its peak. Back in like, was it 2020, like, so I think it was like summer 2020 when it peaked around here or something like that. And yeah, like even at peak I never got it. And yeah, much like I suspect that it's gonna be around forever. Yeah, I was like, yeah, it's not going anywhere. Yeah. go. Alright. What jobs do you guys have? Is there anything that's like worth trade? I think the other guy is a shepherd, so no, not worth there. Let's go up. And nope, no library. Occasionally there is a library in there. Big sad this time. Yeah, I guess I'll take you. And you can't even mine gold with gold. God, you're useless. There's no lava for me to throw this into. That's frustrating. Yellowstone. Okay. I know I don't like the look of it, but I'll get it on camera just so y'all can see it. Oh, Southern came out there for a second. Oh man. Yeah, I don't really, since I don't talk to a lot of people, I'm kind of fairly introverted. I don't really talk a lot. IRL, you know, in the meat space. It's, I don't really have the Southern accent, even though I've, like, lived in the... I kinda do, but not really. Not for this area. But even though I've lived in the South for quite a few years now. Yeah, it's... man, I don't like all the calcite they used. Like, Yellowstone is not this white. I actually did a week of backcountry camping in Yellowstone. It is not this white. Like, you could make it like kinda like dirt. There's a lot of like dirt and prairie out there. Not prairie, but just like you know, fields and things like that. Yeah, I did a week of backcountry, which is... It's worth if you like camping. If you hate camping, might be a little rough for you. Yeah, the terrain is not exactly friendly to beginners. It's got some very steep hills. A lot of the trails you can go on they're like maintained, so they have like, you know, switchbacks and whatnot for when it's too steep. But a lot of hills, a lot of mountain, and also it does smell like sulfur all the time, everywhere. Some places are stronger than others, but everywhere does smell like sulfur. And yeah, it's worth, like I said, it's worth it if you're into camping to do like a week of backcountry. Because basically you go to a ranger station, they'll show you some of the spots on a map, and they'll like tell you kind of like where it is and like what to look for, like what features to look for. I was actually in a kind of like a, I don't know if you would call it a knoll or something, but it was like there was like open fields and we were like just inside the woods. Like just inside the woods, like if it would be like open field like this, we would have been like here. And it was just like a little campsite, like it had like a fire pit, and it had like some logs around the fire pit, and there was like a flat area where they recommend you put your tent. Like, that's it. Like, the hike in, though, was miserable. Because I was carrying my gear and I was carrying a 4-man tent. So, yeah. I was carrying like, I was carrying well over 100 pounds of gear. It was a miserable hike in, because it was a solid, like, 2 miles off of the road on fairly rough ground, and carrying well over 100 pounds of gear. So yeah, because I brought like all of the cooking equipment, and I brought the tent, and I also brought food, which, like, I could have saved weight by bringing like totally dry food, but I brought a little bit of canned stuff, a bit of MREs, and a little bit of dried food. But yeah, I definitely could have saved weight there, but it would have been like maybe 10 pounds I would have saved. And it still would have been over 100. There's a witch hut. Oh, that's that would be a hole. Yeah, dripstone cave. Yeah, it's a hole in the swamp. No. Kind of going off the beaten path right now. Nope. Let me get you ready. I'm just gonna chuck you. Mangrove Papajule. I know it's propagule. Yeah, but it also, if you're afraid of wildlife, it's probably not a good idea. Because there is grizzly bear out there. There is moose, or not moose, elk. There's buffalo or bison. Yeah, that's, I think the closest I got to a bison was probably about like 25 yards. It's because it was like kind of off the edge of a trail. That was downhill, so like it probably could have gotten uphill pretty quick, because they're fast. They are fast. They can run like 30 miles an hour. Faster than you. Yeah, and they are big. They're about the size of I'd say a reasonably sized truck. They're not small, and they're not cows. And I didn't see any grizzly bear. I saw a sign of grizzly bear. I saw, bear track. Saw quite a few bear tracks. And, you got a paw the size of your head. And elk I also didn't get to see, but I got to hear them. Because we went in, like, during rut. So there was a lot of, like, tree scraping. Because they'll do, like, tree rubbing, where they rub their antlers up against the trees. To kind of, like, mark their territory kind of thing. And yeah, so there was a lot of tree rubbing, where you can see, like, freshly stripped off bark. And I heard a lot of bugling, because, of course, during rut, they're bugling to try and attract a mate. I can find a lake in Taiga, that might be nice as well. I do like Taiga. It's got that almost bluegrass look. A fox? Yep. But yeah, it was a lot of buffalo. Or bison. I can never remember which one's correct. I think it's bison. Yeah, I think it's bison. As the name for it. Ooh. And unfortunately, a lot of it is still really, really wrecked after the fire back in like 1970s. There are just places where there's just acres and acres of dead forest. And the wood is basically unusable, so it's not like they can even like cut it out and use it for anything, because it's basically been almost petrified. It's not quite petrified where it's an actual stone, but it's extremely hard. It basically doesn't burn anymore. That's neat. That's a lot of cleanup to do, though. Nah. That is a lake in Taiga. Let's see how that... Oh. It's more like a pit. Oh well. If it was actually like a lake where it was like kind of smooth slope like this, that'd be nice. Also like a wider bank too, like maybe like one high out to here and then like two high like out to here, like a real gentle slope on it would be nice. I don't want to go in dark forest. I hate building in dark forest. Just because it has so many monsters spawns with all the mushrooms and whatnot overhead, which I don't think they're not like light filtering like leaves are. They're light blocking. So yeah, you get a lot more mobs in there. Even during the daytime, I'd have to do so much lighting and torching. Like, I'm gonna have to torch the place up, but you have to do so much more in there. I'm back in a birch, which, no thank you. Well, I do like that Terralith kind of changes up the birch a little bit. They did what they could with what they had. Ooh. A little bit stuttery. I'm gonna have to check the video to make sure it's not getting too framey and bad on my face tracking, or I might have to do something about the video settings. Oh, I need a new computer so bad soon. Yeah. Granted, with Minecraft being like a single-threaded application, it's... I know, asynchronous code execution is hard. A lot more opportunities for like race conditions and things like that. A race condition is where you might have some sort of like evaluation in the code where, like, you know, a variable or something like that, where depending on what finishes first, you can get two different outcomes, and it's kind of a race that's what's called a race condition. So it's like whichever gets there first changes the outcome. Ooh. I don't like that. Yeah, it's Nope. Go away. Yeah, that's... I would like to do a ravine build one day, but it needs to be a big one. It needs to be like, 3 chunks wide, 20 chunks long, that sort of thing. Yeah, like, basically down to deep slate or almost bedrock. Like, I want something where I could basically build a city on the side of those cliffs. Ooh. Yeah, unfortunately Minecraft is not super optimized for like multi-threading CPUs, because like it shouldn't be that bad. And I'm not saying herp a derp blocks simple shapes. I mean, it's just other games that are way more graphically intense in a similar vein, like Space Engineers. It does not hang up like this. It doesn't like get all that micro stuttering, because I'm fairly certain it actually properly multi-threads. Because I never had like the problems with Space Engineers that I do with Minecraft, with like it being like framey. But, I mean, it's just how it is, you know. I know there's attempts to get Minecraft multi-threaded. I'll say that the new Folia, I think it's Folia, is the new server that's being worked on by, I think it's Paper. Guys over at Paper. They're working on Folia, which is a multi-threaded server, but that's more for like the server side of things, where it's actually for large servers where you have like a couple hundred like regular players. You know, things like Hypixel or something would benefit from it eventually, once it's nice and stable. Check the Desert Oasis. I think I know which one it is, and I think I don't like it. Gamma. I think it's the one where it's like all like clay and... where it's all clay and water and dripstone leaf above ground. It looks a little wonky. Okay, helps when I don't accidentally close the capture software. Ah. I had to cough again and get more coffee. And I was checking on the model tracking. I was a little bit wonky, so I tried to reset the position. And yeah, I ended up accidentally closing VC face, so hopefully I got like positioning close enough. Well, I'll have to like actually set up like the hotkeys for like a camera position. Okay. Got one of the Terralith desert villages. That's nice. I really like what they did with the villages, though. That's actually like, they did an insanely good job with the villages. That's like, you know, bravo. They look amazing. Like they look vanilla plus. You know, like they look vanilla but better. And there are a few more. There's a few more village types I won't spoil them just in case we come across some. But yeah, there's definitely some more village types in Terralith. Okay, so this should solve my food problems for quite some time. You know, the stack of bread was pretty good, but... Ooh. Yeah. Hey, rabbit. Was that a... It is. Oh, wait. It isn't, it's a fake. Bones, yes please, and I guess I'll take the string. It's a fake. Oh, okay, that's what's up. Can you... Okay, no. Alright. Rip. Yep. Alright. Oh well, big sad. Actually, hold on. But I have to have the window open. Yeah. Big sad. Oh. Expressions. Apparently I need to have the window open. That's weird. Like a lot of things do a lot of their toggles. Regardless of which window is open. Ha! Huh. So I actually have to have it open. I did not know that. Yep. I already went to all of you. I went to you guys. Alright, I'll take more of you. I'll take up to a stack. Because that'll be 3 stacks of bread, and that's enough food for quite a few episodes. Making that bread. Okay. Now we got another little village here. Huh. Oh, okay. It's an actual pillager outpost. Hello. Don't mind me. Looting your stuff. Mine. Okay. Just checking. You... I guess. Paling 5. I will keep the horns, I will take the iron, and okay, I already have a stack of potatoes, so... Alright, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? I'll take you. Got ponder, seek, and feel. Okay. I also have to turn those into ingots. Oop. Can I... Oh, that's also a large bud, not the full bud as well. Yeah, that. Give me that. Give me these. No, these are mine. You can't have them back. I'm taking them. You have lost your book privileges. By being mean. When I did just kind of break into their house and start rooting through their stuff. I'll take a crossbow, I guess, for now. What do we got? Yeah, it doesn't look like... Ooh, I'll take you. I may throw that out later, but for now, I'll have the space. That saves me, a bit of redstone. One won't do much, but... Okay. And... You don't deserve nice things. Yeah, the large one. Yeah, that doesn't get you anything. Is that supposed to be the snails? Hermitcraft fans will get it. Oh. I was hoping to blow up their house. See ya. No, it's mine. You can't have it back. For Cargonia. Yeah, I've been playing some Space Station 14. I actually bothered to do the invite request, and it was like immediate that I got that back. And yes, I've been playing Space Station 14. I'm not a long time spaceman, but I played Space Station 13 for a little while, we'll say. Okay. Alright. Seek. Oh, that's a dookie one. That is the raid one. Yeah! There we go. Good old didgeridoo. Okay. No. Yeah, I kind of already went around this way a bit, so let me sleep here soon. Now we're close. There we go. All right. And let's continue on. But yeah, I was when I was playing Space Station 13, I was usually a cargo man's or a miner, or occasionally I'd just go do assistant for a while, and I wouldn't gray tide. I would just I would use that for like just doing dumb stuff around the station, like you know, join in for music, and or you know build a lounge by cargo, something like that. Yeah, just specimen things. And yeah, I might actually add Space Station 14 into the like rotation, the repertoire, so to speak. I am trying to find a server that I like. So far I've only tested the official servers, but I would want something that's a little bit more closer to the original. Well, not the original. That was just an atmospheric simulator. But I mean, like, you know, Goon Station, TG Station, that stuff. I also played on Paradise a bit. Yep. Played on Goon Station, played on TG Station, played on Paradise. I think I spent most of my time on Paradise Station. Which I did have my problems with Paradise Station, but it was mostly like the player base and how everybody played. It was the server that most skirted the metagaming rules that I ever saw. Yeah, because basically like all of the like all of the antagonists. If you don't play Space Station 13, this might not make a lot of sense to you, but it's like it's a space game where you're on a station, you're working for a corporation, but there's also like antagonists and problems that happen during each round, and rounds usually last like an hour to 2 hours depending on the station and how fast it's moving. But the antagonists, they're sort of like randomly chosen, and there's all different kinds. There's like changelings, which you think The Thing, you know, John Carpenter's The Thing, or like xenomorphs, like actual xenomorphs, aliens. Hey. I just didn't want to get fire. And there was like space spiders, vampires, abductors, which are like gray aliens that abduct people and like do experiments on them. There's like cults, there's the Syndicate or whatever. But my point that I'm making is that like on Paradise Station, my issue with it was that no matter what the alien type it was, or no matter what the antag type it was, they all fought the exact same way. They all fought like they would try to blind you, they would knock you over and handcuff you. And it's like, that's it. That is how every single one of those antags fought. And it got so boring that I eventually just left. Like, it's like, I'm going to fight in a way that like maximally prevents you from doing anything. It's like people who play antag just to win. Like, the whole point of the antagonists is to like kind of spice up the round, cause some chaos, that sort of thing. Ooh, a temple. you know, sow some chaos. I like, sure, their job is to like try to do their like kind of like what they've been assigned as their tasks. But too many of them fought in like the exact same way. It would be one thing if it was like only a few of them, or only sometimes it was like that. But it was all the time, and it was almost, I'll say almost every single Antag fought the exact same way on that station. It was just, it got to the point where I was like why bother? Like it stops being fun when it's like, oh, you're walking along and then, oh, you're dead. And it's not even a complaint about like not being like robust or whatever. I don't care about being robust. I care about like having fun and like role play. Which, like, every single person role-playing the exact same type of combat? That's a little weird. Okay, you. And I do want to get those sticky pistons, because that will make some early stuff a little bit easier. I won't have to go and find as many, slimes. You. There we go. Any other kind of weird blocks or whatever? I guess I'll keep the TNT. I was like, I don't really need the TNT. I just kind of wanted to do some chaos there. I kind of want all this stuff more than I want just some redstone dust, and dispensers are easy enough, droppers are easy enough. I just kind of wanted the stuff that's going to need, hold up. There we go. That's going to need, brain. Either slime or nether quartz. Okay. That amethyst, that's not the one with the actual amethyst, is it? Because that one also looks kind of bleh. Yeah, that's not. This one looks pretty alright. There's another one. I don't know why this one's called the amethyst one and that one isn't, because it actually has amethyst. I guess it's just the color. But that one actually has like amethyst crystals in it, and that one kind of looks a bit like Dookie. It's very desaturated color-wise, and if they brightened it up a little bit, it could look a little bit better. Unless you wanted to do like maybe like a fairy forest, I guess it would look all right there. Like somewhere you're, you know, going, you know, all like pink and purple and making like you know, mushroom houses and things like that. You know, forest magic type place. That might fit, but there's not a lot. There's also not a lot of builds that would fit in that particular area that would look good. What is that? No. Alright, doggo taken out. Let's get back to business. That might be good. I kind of don't want to make this entire episode me just running around. I do eventually want to settle down. But I also do like the exploring. Let me get this. That loaded up. Okay. Hey, doggos. Let's see how it looks from the other side. And this little island here. It's okay. Go away. Go away. I'm not interested in my car's extended warranty. Yeah, it's... nah. No. Is that stone, like, that just looks straight, or is that, like, a structure? I'm not above overtaking a structure, but I'd want something that would, you know, need some restoration and building and all that to make it look good. Oof. Getting a little bit choppy. Okay. Oh, okay, it's just a regular stone temple. Oh, well. Yeah, let's go raid it. We'll go raid another one. Get some more pistons and redstone parts. Oh, we got some skelemans in there. Shot me from around the corner. Okay. There we go. And bones. Actually, you know what? I'll take the whole thing. Okay, and you. Okay. And... oh, nope, it's over here. Ah, there goes the pick. Ugh. Bane of arthropods. I do want some bamboo as well. Ooh, okay. That presents a problem. That does present a problem. Okay, let's see if I can chew through all this bread. I don't think I will. Yeah, I'm regenerating health too fast. Let's turn that iron into ingots. I'm probably gonna need a pick along the way as well. Yeah. Let's make a shield. Axe. There we go. And now... now... No, okay. Let's head towards the sparse jungle. Coffee time. Okay. Yeah, let me keep on the lookout for some bamboo. For a solid half stack will do me for early on. That way I can get a very simple farm set up fairly early. Yeah, it's just something I manually farm. I don't think I'd want to build in bamboo jungle. The funny part is having built in jungle quite a bit. The funny part about bamboo jungle is you can't even burn it down properly. It's like, it's so sparse that you can't even just burn it down. It doesn't spread right. I'll take you for now. Yeah. That could be interesting. Like, the terrain's fine, but I've built in the Terralith jungle, like this sparse jungle before. But... no. It's... If I'm gonna do like a weird lake, I want it to be like at ground level. I just want it to be like a pit out back of my house. Lush desert. Don't recall what that looks like. I don't think I can't remember ever building a desert build. It's just a mix of dirt block and sand. Yeah, dirt, grass, and sand. Oh, and some packed mud. It's good pathing. It's good path blocks, you know. Dirt, coarse dirt, packed mud, a little bit of granite. And brown mushroom. That is a good palette for paths, but it's another village, but again, because my inventory is so full, I'm just gonna pass it. Another one. Or is that, it's not a temple. That looks like one of those fake temples. It's an imposter temple. Yep. Yeah, imposter temple. Nah. Nah, I'll pass it by. I don't think I've ever built a desert build. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever built in the desert. There's a few places I don't build. Like, I tend not to build in places that are like monocolor. So I don't usually build in the desert. I don't usually build in the snow. Snow's also for my eyes. Because, you know, I like being able to see. You know, don't want to go blind just staring at white the entire time. Another one of you. Go away. Go away. Okay. Nope. Heh. Suck it. Ooh. Armor trims. 2 of them. I could toss the wood. And yep, you, and you. I'm almost at a full stack of string, so yeah. That was what, seek? Oh, that's sing. Nope. Hmm. Yeah, I'll take it. That's seek. Yeah. Go away. Okay. It's my stuff now. Ooh. That's... I don't want to build in these like real monocolored areas. I guess I'm gonna head south. No. Use that and hope I don't die, because then that's gone. Yeah, I'll pass this. There's another pillager outpost near two villages, right next to two villages. Huh. That is an interesting seed. Yeah, actually... There we go. There you go. Just need Terralith. That looks like a real desert temple. But again, inventory full. I'm gonna have to come back and like raid this area, definitely. I just need to, if I find something nearby. Which hopefully, jeez. That's like the one downside of Terralith, is if you're looking for a really good place, because of how big it makes the biomes, like how huge this desert, like I assume all of this in here is also desert. Like it's just these huge biomes, so it can make it kind of hard to find a good place if you're like kind of picky about where you build. And I kind of also don't want to build in the desert because I don't want to build another pyramid. I built too many. I built too many pyramids lately. Oh. And another village. Man. Some rabbit. Yeah, well, I'm passing through. Okay. The lake's a bit on the large side, but like I kind of want something that's like an oasis in a forest, almost. Like something that's like a solid, 3 chunks by 3 chunks, lake size. Maybe 4 by 4, something around that area. And have it like inside of a forest. Well, that's getting like super picky. Oof. Yeah, those are kind of small, and that one's in between. Come on. Alright, I could also build in a good-looking village, because with 1.21 changing the whole bad omen effect, you can now like kind of build in villages without worry about starting raids. I'm here. I will take you. Okay, I should have enough for like 15 bookshelves now. Oh. Yeah, 15 bookshelves should not be a problem. Also, let me switch out apples and bread. I never eat my apples. I always, you know, save them for the golden apples, and then I just never bother eating them. Sure. Hey, you know what? I'll just turn this straight into coal, so... I was like, I don't want to use a block, because... that would just be a waste, but... This... Yeah, this ought to do me. And I can make the legs and the boots. Is there a crafting table? I know I saw one recently, I just can't remember. It was in that village or... Yeah, it was back in the village. Oh well. Let me set my respawn point. Hello. Can you not get in to get a job? I might also take that blast furnace with me. Now it looks like there's an upstairs area right out there with that ladder that I gotta check. Okay. Okay, almost 15 bookshelves worth. There we go. And what are you? You got a bell tower over there as well. Okay. Ooh, more. Okay. Let me see, that one, because it's probably done smelting now anyway. Yeah. Oh, mistake. Okay. Now, give me that blast furnace, because I'm going to take both of those with me. There we go. Give me them blast furnaces. Oop. Okay. And now I just need to either find or make a crafting table. Could also drop some of these horns. They're like a They're almost like a treasure. Especially feel. It's just so different from the other ones and like kind of unique, so. Okay. Go. Okay. Uh-oh, that's another ruined village. That's one. Oh wait, no, that was from the one that I cut because I was stupid and I forgot to test my audio. Yeah, that one I cut out. Yeah, this is my second. This is my second time doing this. I was recording earlier, like probably about 3 hours ago, and I apparently forgot to turn on capturing track 2. So, big sad there. But yeah, there was a ruined village in that one. Actually started in a ruined village. Was that this one? Was it? Brain? I don't remember now. Ha! Okay. Yeah, this rock right here might be kind of interesting. Let me take a look at it. 'Cause it could make like a... if it's not too much terraforming, it could make a nice, like, castle almost. Like you build a castle on top of it. No. Wait, no, yeah, it was this one that I started out in the ruined village. Oh well, immersion broken, but yeah, the things we do in the background. Or is this not a ruined village? It's not. These are pens. Hi, kitty. Let's take you. Take you. Was there apples? Yeah, there's an apple in there. Okay. Alright, and a fire watchtower. Okay. Sheep. For a second there with the like kind of black and white coloring, I was like, wait, panda? Out here? This particular biome? Alright, we now have a stack of string. We now have 15 bookshelves worth of books. Okay. Savannah looks like Doogie. Let me keep going this way. That's interesting. Oh man, let's see. No, just because Savannah grass looks bad. I like my jungle grass so much, that vibrant green. What are you? You look like you could do with like a wizard's tower up top. Or just something going up into the clouds. Not a lot of wood around, though. Yeah, no wood around. Oh, hello. Okay, yeah. We got a full stack of seeds now. Okay. This could be interesting. I could even make a waterfall to like kind of come down this area. And another one like over here somewhere. Yeah, like coming down here and down this ravine. How deep is that? Okay, that's good and deep. That makes mining easier. Huh. See how easy these cliffs are to climb. We got some holes there. This could make for an interesting area. I would definitely have to put in a staircase somewhere. It's like the first place that's really gotten my noggin jogging. Activating the almonds. Okay, we got iron. Ooh, we got a nice little cave there. We got caves down below. Let's see what the top of that hill looks like. I would definitely need to transport some trees up here. Because I'm still not seeing any. This would need a little bit of terraforming. Yeah, I'd want to like kind of maybe smooth that out. There we go. Don't want too many mobs spawning up here. Okay, I'd have to flatten out like probably this area here. 'Cause it's like the widest area. Maybe make a tower. How's the scenery? Not bad. I think this way is the waterfall, though. Yeah. Yeah, I might have to like completely carve this down. Like to down here, turn that into a real gentle slope. Okay. I had to clear the throat. Yeah. This is doable, and I could probably turn that into a pillager farm. Yeah, pillager farm wouldn't be too high. Just make a stack of layers up there. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling this layer. Yep. Oop. Wait, wood. Need to get wood up here. Throw you out. Because I need chests. Put you there, put you there. Okay. I'm seeing some spruce over there. It's also pretty steep. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to build some sort of like switchback road or like carve a staircase somewhere. I think that's spruce. I think that's what I want to grow. Because I do like spruce. I like the wood color. My favorite wood is actually mahogany. Like that dark, like reddish brown mahogany. I think I talked about that before on the Longplay world. The relaxing Longplay world. I think I talked about that, how my favorite wood was mahogany. Yeah, there's some spruce. I recognize them leaves. And just the color of the wood. Whoa. Oh, you're fast, but you're a bad jumper. Yeah, 11's pretty good for a wild horse. I think I've seen them like up to 12, but those are super rare. Okay, come on. Okay, let's go grab another one. Hopefully we'll get a sapling. We can get like two or three saplings is enough to like sustain spruce. Like one is kind of risky, but 2 to 3 is usually when you pass like break even. Okay. 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 There's one. Nah, I don't have a hoe. Rip. Okay, there's two. Come on, can I get a third? Nope. Oh well. And yeah, we still got... I'll go after the really bushy one. That one's guaranteed to drop more. Also, is there any, I don't know, I could throw out the stick, but... Let's say, is there any, copper? So I can make, some 2 spyglasses, just to have one and then have a backup one. Coal. I don't see any copper. There's gotta be some on that mountain. There gotta be some copper in there somewhere. Gotta be vitamins in there somewhere. Oh man, that reminds me, I have so much TV to catch up on. I haven't been watching like any TV lately. I have like 7 anime series to catch up on. I haven't had the spare time. I've not had the spare time to watch a bunch of anime. Big sad. I think the worst part is like almost none of it's recent. Yeah, like almost all of it's just like stuff I never got around to watching. Like Nichujo is in there. My Japanese is terrible. So I've watched like the first episode and I liked it. I thought it was funny. And so I was like, okay, that'll get added onto the list. And I never got around to watching more of it. It's like one of the problems with me watching anime is that I can't do anything else because I don't speak Japanese, but I also don't watch subs. And it's like kind of a thing. The rare instance in which I will watch a sub is when like the sub is actually preferred among like a lot of the fans. Very rare that it happens, or if it was the only thing available at the time. Like, what was it? Like in the early 2000s when the Sci-Fi Channel was doing its Saturday morning anime, you had no choice. Like, you had subs, and that was it. Or, yeah, dubs. And that was it. So, yeah. And if I said before that I don't watch subs, I meant I don't watch dubs. Yeah, very rarely are the dubs better. Very, very rarely. There's only a few good dubs that I've seen, and most of them were around the time of the Saturday morning anime. Because they got like lesser known voice actors, or unknown voice actors, really. That was kind of the times in which anime was starting to break out into the States. It was like the late 90s, early 2000s. And yeah, so like... and like Vampire Hunter D, and it was Armitage 3, Polymatrix. I think they did Akira as well. They had one that was... apparently it was like universally reviled, or like basically everybody gives it a negative review, but I remembered it being good, but then I rewatched it and I was like, yeah, no, it's pretty bad. It was Eyes of Mars. It's like it's a pretty neat concept. It's like it's like almost like a ecological morality show or something like that, where it's like Mars was the original home world of humanity, and they ruined it, and it was like don't watch it, do not watch it. It basically ends with them like sending off like Adam and Eve or whatever to Earth. Yeah, do not watch that movie. It's not very good. Yeah, so I don't care about spoiling it. It's an old movie anyway. Yeah, this will not last long. This probably won't even take off this little bit. There we go. Yeah. God, gold is so useless. Its only value is like the actual gold ingots for trade. I might need a second one. Actually, there's a lot of stone in there, but... Yeah, if I need a second one, I need a second one. I'm trying to think of, like, some of the other ones that they did. I think they did Akira. I think they did. Like, it was so popular at the time. It's still popular because it is a good anime. Every anime fan wanted that jacket. And then they saw Ryan Gosling in Drive, and then they wanted that jacket. I can't say I'm any better. I definitely wanted Vash the Stampede's jacket. From the original Trigun. I definitely wanted that when I was younger. But unfortunately nobody made leather dusters in like red, that like deep red, and like blood red really. Yeah, one more. Alright, so I will need at least one more shovel for clearing this. Yep. Let me fill in you. Clear all you out so I don't accidentally hit you. Waste a shovel use. Actually waste, I think, 2 shovel uses. But the shovels lose more durability, or tools lose more durability when they're used on the wrong item. Or when you use the wrong item type, they lose more durability. And there we go. Actually, while I'm sitting here doing this, I can 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. 2, 3, 4, yeah. 3, 4, yeah. There we go. That'll be spread out so they're just barely, so they're not even touching. Get the most leaves up until we get a solid stockpile of saplings. Derp. I cannot brain good today. I have the dumb. Oh man, yeah, what other anime is on my list? Because I finished off Chainsaw Man. Oh, actually, I don't know if they did. Did they ever do a second season of Chainsaw Man? Or are they working on the second season? Because I saw the first season, and I was like, it's good, but it's not great. Like, it's pretty unique, but it's good, not great, in my opinion. Did also want to see, did want to watch Bocchi the Rock. It just looks like a fun, like, comedy and slice of life, I guess. I do like my slice of life animes. Not everything needs to be the hero's journey. You hear me, Hollywood? Not every protagonist must be the hero with 1,000 faces. It's one thing that drives me crazy about movies. Oh, Western movies. Just how many of them are the hero's journey. Okay. Let's knock you down. Yeah, unfortunately a lot of Western media is quite formulaic. Big sad. And that sent me down on a mental tangent. I was thinking about fantasy movies. Because don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of like the idea of fantasy, but so many movies are just based on Tolkien's work. Like to the point where I actually don't really like Lord of the Rings anymore. Like, okay, I never liked the books, because I don't like Tolkien's writing style. But like the movies, I were like, okay, they're pretty okay, and it's just it hasn't just gotten it's been 40 years of, well, actually no, it's yeah, I'd say probably about 40-50 years the fantasy genre has been just rooting around Grandpa Tolkien's pockets, you know, digging up his grave and rooting around the pockets for ideas. And that's actually an argument I've had several times with people who are like, oh, but I like fantasy and blah 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 blah. I was like, yeah, I like the idea of fantasy, but like, I want some originality. You know, I want original stories. I want original species. Like, I actually had this argument with somebody, and I finally, like, kind of hammered into their head, where I was like, okay, now imagine Star Trek. Imagine if 70%, like, because conservatively about 70% of fantasy is heavily influenced by Tolkien. Heavily influenced to the point where it's borderline ripping off his stories. And I was like, okay, now imagine if like 70% of science fiction didn't just like borrow heavily from Star Trek, but like actually had the species. Like, oh, these are my dark Klingons, and they are all warlike, but they don't have forehead ridges. These ones have facial tattoos, and they fight with katanas, and yeah, that is how fantasy feels to me. These are my elves, but they are not graceful immortals like in Tolkien. Ours, they just live longer, and they have face tattoos, and they fight against oppression. That's that's Dragon Age. Or I guess you could say The Witcher too. Yeah, it's just my dwarves, they live underground, but they have dark skin, and they are called the Druga, and they are evil, but they are not related to the dwarves of Tolkien. Nope, totally an original idea. And this is my elf, but he is a dark elf, and he lives underground, and they are all evil except for him, and he has 2 scimitars that he named dumb names, and he has a panther for a pet. I think it's a panther. Yeah, it's Tristurd. I just so they're just really bad. It's just, I think some of them are just really, really, really poor knockoffs. And like, yeah, I do not particularly like the Forgotten Realms as a setting as well. Because it basically like it's basically Tolkien's world, but like add some like mythological creatures. It's dumb. And these are my evil wizards, except they are called red wizards, and they are evil and they worship dragons. Okay. I just wish it was better. I want more variety. I'm actually a big believer in Brandon Sanderson's philosophy. It's he actually wrote it was a paper, like a journal paper on I think it was titled "Kill the Elves" or something along that line, like while he was still in BYU, if I remember correctly. Like I know he teaches at BYU, but while he was still like at BYU, I think as a student, or maybe I'm getting my timelines wrong, but yeah, he wrote like that like we absolutely need to stop using like Tolkien species. We need more originality in fiction because there's so much there's so much like staleness, and that's actually kind of why I prefer like low fantasy and sword and sorcery, because there's at least like while a lot of the stories follow like very simple plots, they're at least more original. Like they're like like a lot of it, the premise is like the hero's journey, or yeah, the very like pulpy, you know, I hate using the term male power fantasy or whatever, like that stupid term that the well-educated college morons use. Yeah, that's actually a saying I have. Is I hear somebody say something along those lines, it's you have to have gone to college to say something that stupid. You had to have been well educated to say something that stupid. And yeah. Let me take off one more layer over here. It's kind of sloped up a bit. I'll try and work out some sort of like circle maybe, or maybe I'll do like an oval shape, or I don't know, some kind of tower. I may also make this like, depending on scale, I may make this like an evolving build. Like those pictures of like a castle as it was in like, you know, 6 or 7 different time periods, you know, where it starts off with like a Mont and Bailey and works its way out, it builds up like a palisade wall, and eventually it adds like a extra set of gates and a moat and all that. And I don't know though. I kind of don't feel like building a castle though. Bit iffy on the castle thing. Okay, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16. That's not too bad. Could build something like this. Like a round like that. actually think for a minute. I'm gonna take a break. Stretch out the old back. Because you really, yeah, you really shouldn't. Like, people who are like young teenagers watching this, yeah. Take advice from somebody who is like a millennial. Stretch more. Like, seriously, stretch more. Like, take a break, like, every hour when you're at a computer. Just, like, literally just stand up, walk around your room, stretch your back out. It only gets worse, and you're not far away. It gets worse real quick. Like, all it takes is, like, one car accident, or, like, one motorcycle crash, or something like that, and your back is toast forever. Okay. Stretched and walked a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna have to pull up the old circle template, and I think I'm gonna lay down the circle. I think that might actually be it. It's a bit of a weird first video for the series. It's just only having the foundation of a building set up. Okay, so it's 5, 2, 2 angled. Okay. Okay, 5, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and then 2, 1, 2, no, I'll push it out here. Okay. Yeah. Because I checked the time on the video and we're pushing the 2-hour mark, and that's kind of where I want it to be. And, 5, okay. Yeah, I do want it to be mostly unedited. Or minimally edited, because I am doing some background stuff and recording that's taking up time and whatnot. There we go. I think I might do a stone brick floor. So I will get rid of all this. I'll think it over. I might actually start next episode with a time lapse so there's more stuff going on. I just spent so much time trying to find a good place to build that, you know, yeah, it happens. Might also bring this. Actually, I don't know if I want to bring this down a layer. Yeah, I'll think it over. I'll think it over between episodes. Okay. Alright, so I think I will go ahead and call it there. The next episode, what I'm going to shoot for is building the tower, or at least constructing most of the tower. We'll see. I kind of... It's not that far to the clouds, but I want it to be above the clouds. And... yeah, we're actually pretty high. And probably also I will work on putting a staircase somewhere. And depending on how I decide to do that, that might just be the episode, or that I might do the tower as like a time lapse, and you know, do some other stuff. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll try and make it more exciting. This one I'm yeah, this one's it's all right. It's just an introductory episode. We'll call this episode 1. And, you know, it's just getting set up. So I'll probably also have to do some farms. See, where do we have a lot of flat ground? A lot of flat ground over on this side, so I may do like this, have it like that be an industrial area down there. Or maybe over here. Yeah, maybe like up around here. Like, it's not a lot of area for an industrial. I might also just make it like, you know, that be the industrial area. I kind of want it to be unloaded though when I'm away from it. Just because I don't want this thing chunking down to like 12 FPS or something. Yeah, if I build huge farms. But, yeah, anyway, we will wrap it up here. I will catch you on the next one. Peace.